Question 51, this is from the SAT number 9, this is April 2017 QAS test, and the question says, as used in line 76, strong most nearly means. So here we have a word choice problem, and what we need to do is go back to line 76 and basically see how the word strong is being used in passage. So 76, that is here. Carl J. Nicholas, a Cornell University botanist, considers Martone's evidence for lignin in this algae exceptionally strong. So here is our use of strong, and basically it's being used to describe the evidence. So basically what we need to think is, let's try to pick a word to replace strong with here. So if Nicholas is describing Martone's evidence as being strong, basically what does that mean? What does it mean for there to be strong evidence? Another substitution for this might be basically that he's saying Martone's evidence is convincing. Right? If it's exceptionally strong, then it must be convincing. So I think convincing or something along those lines of being persuasive is going to be a good substitute for strong within our question. So let's go down to 51. So the first one is A, compelling. And this is pretty good because compelling pretty much matches what we want or what we mean when we talk about being convincing, when we talk about being persuasive. So A is a pretty good option. Let's keep A. Then we have B, which is distinctive. And distinctive is emphasizing that it's unique, that it has some specific features that maybe other things don't have. So for his evidence to be distinctive doesn't really make too much sense, as if it's special or it could be identified in a certain way. So it's not really highlighting the specificity or the distinctiveness of his evidence. It's really just highlighting that it's strong, that it's convincing. So I would get rid of B for this one. Then we have answer choice C, which says that his evidence is impervious. And this is not too weird to describe evidence as impervious, but it's a little too strong and maybe even a little too tongue-in-cheek for how we would describe evidence on the SAT. That's basically saying that his evidence that it's impervious, there's no way you can criticize it, which is not what he means. All he says is he thinks it's really strong, but probably there's no part on an SAT science passage where we're going to talk in absolute terms about evidence being impervious like this. And it's just a little bit strange, so we'll get rid of C for that one. D is saying vigorous. Vigorous is something that you would probably use to describe something that's animate. It basically means that something is vigorous, it's full of life. And so it might make sense in a metaphorical sense to describe evidence as being vigorous, but it's a little bit odd and it's not going to match what we want here, and it doesn't match strong as much as A does, compelling, in terms of being convincing or persuasive, so we can get rid of D. And that's going to leave us with answer choice A, which is our correct answer for question 51.